It's Nathan Wrigley from WP Builds, but also I have this little quirky group called AppSumo Deals Demos, and Ramon, or I'm not sure how you pronounce your name, I'm really sorry. He wanted a quick demo of DesignBold because I've just bought it and he wanted to have a quick look, so I'm going to throw this together so that we can get it out to him and have a quick look. Right. So first of all, let's close off Facebook. Now, this is what you get. I have bought this and updated my account details and all of that, and you click Start Designing. And I've had a very, very, very brief look at this, and so I'll probably click buttons incorrectly and do things wrongly, but there you go. So here we go. What do you want to design? Do you want to do a postcard, a social media pic, a blog graphic, a flyer, a magazine, or a card? Now, I'm actually going to open a new tab with exactly that same URL in it over here so that we can expand, go back to that in a moment, because also down here you've got view all doc types. So I'll click that and you can see it's not just those ones. You've got all of these options for social media, and I'll pause for a second and you can look at all of those. You could actually just click pause on the video, couldn't you, thinking about it? Documents and letters, so it stretches to documents, letters, certificates, presentations, A4 letterhead, LinkedIn banners, blogging and ebooks, marketing materials, events and invitation cards, crikey, ads and commercials. So there you can see all of the different shapes and sizes that you can use by default. This is all the stuff that you get by default. But custom dimensions down here, looks like you can input your own width, say 1400 by 1400 would be an iTunes card, logo for a blog post or something like that. And then you click design. Okay, I'm going to close that tab out and go back to here because I'm just going to pick something simple like let's go for a social media post. So I'm going to click on that and then it opens up a new tab, as you can see at the top, and all things being equal, give it a few seconds to load. We should get an interface with all of the bits and pieces that you can access. Now, we've got the usual stuff across the top. We've got a save button. Undo and redo, that's quite a nice feature, I suppose. In things like this, they sometimes don't have undo and redo. Resize, download, share, and make a copy. And then you've got this icon here, which I presume gives you notifications of things happening. Now, if we look at that, it didn't really seem to pull the design in, did it? Let me just click refresh and see what happens. I confess, I've done it 2 or 3 times so far, and it's never not loaded it. Oh, maybe I have to click on something on this side. Yeah, thinking about it, that would make sense, wouldn't it? So let's click on all of these designs come in as sort of templates to give you an idea, and they just keep on loading. You scroll down and you get more and more. Wow, there is quite a lot actually in here, isn't there? Loads and loads of templates for this size and shape. So obviously now some of them are paid for. So I presume they've got little dollar icons here. So you've presumably got to pay for these for some reason. Let's just go up and find one which is included in the account. Nice, straightforward, simple one. I don't know that would have ended scrolling. I don't know at what point it stops and says, no, enough. It just keeps going, and quite a lot of them are included. So I'm going to go right back up. I quite like the look of that one because it's really simple. Let's click on it. And it just loads up all of the elements on the side. Now, you can obviously add extra pages down here. So at the moment, it's a 1-page thing. Let's add another page in. Now we've got 2 pages. Presumably it just duplicates the page previously. And I can then delete that page back to just 1 page. So when we click on things, we get a little bar running across the top, so we can arrange the position, so we can move that to the back. Presumably move it forward so that it comes to the front and falls to the back. Let's go for 2017 and move it back and move it back and move it back and keep moving it back. And I presume at some point, yeah, it's gone now, hasn't it? Because I've moved it right to the back. Now, if I click undo, so now it's sort of behind the white layer, but it's in front of the red layer. Click undo. Now it's in front of those layers and so on. Very straightforward, really. If you think about it, you can click on things. What else have we got? Lock. We can lock it in position. We can copy it, duplicate it, search. Okay, that brings up a panel on the left. Let's explore that in a moment. And what does this do? So we can alter its transparency. We can flip it horizontally or vertically. All very nice, right? So we're now going to add in some more elements. So let's place in some free photos. All right, we'll do that. And we click on free photos and things appear underneath. Now, presumably we've got a search option here. So let's type in dogs and click go. Hopefully it's going to show me free pictures of dogs. Great. There's a toggle here. So you can show only vectors, photos, free photos, and there's a premium database by the looks of it. Let's put in a very small picture of these adorable creatures. Let's go over, drag it. Now, obviously, I'm not trying to be sensible with this, but let's move it backwards so that it sort of half disappears, if you like. There you go, and we get the idea. Let's do some silly things with it. So let's flip it horizontally, flip it vertically. You get the idea. I wonder if we can rotate it manually. Let's bring it forwards again. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. I want to click on the image of the dog. Oh, now that's complicated. How do I find? Yeah, there we go. So let's bring it forwards. By the way, if you can hear scratching, it's my electrician downstairs who's having a bit of fun. Filter. Ooh. Oh, look, this is nice. So you can change the image. Very cool. Or you can use these manual presets. Okay, great. Well, let's go for that. Can we rotate it as a little handle here? Yeah, we can do all of that good stuff. And then it looks like we can crop it as well. We just want that little portion there. Let's click return. Don't know how you actually decide, yes, that's what I want. Okay, well, I don't. Oh, tick appeared here. Yeah, there we go. So we've managed to create something there. All right, so that's photos. Premium database, I doubt I've paid for that. So I suspect all of these will be the ones with the dollar symbols, right? Don't want that. I can put in shapes. And there's the shapes by default, but let's search just for triangles. Yes, and there's a load of triangles. So let's drag in 3 triangles. Great, we've made our design brilliant, haven't we? It's utterly phenomenal. Lines. There's a whole bunch of fun little lines that you could use to separate text. There's quite a lot of them, actually, and they just keep on loading. Let's just do it. Have a very happy birthday. All right, fine. Make it grow to be really big. This is hideous, isn't it? But never mind, it's the point of showing it to you, not that it's supposed to look good. Scroll back up. What have we got? Lines, frames. So you can put frames around things, presumably. Oh, they don't look very... they're just fadey effects. Let's click on that one. Just creates like a faded effect. So it's like, what's it called when you do that with the edges of something? It's got a name, hasn't it? Can't remember. Frames. I presume that you can then add a picture into here or something. How does that work? How do you put a picture in there? I was assuming that you'd be able to sort of double click on it and add a picture in. I bet there is a way of putting a photo in there. I just can't figure it out. Let's make it go away. Or maybe it frames and becomes transparent for something behind it. There's work to be done there, isn't there, for me to check them out. But they're the frames. Absolutely loads of them. Wow, really loads. Okay. And presumably if you put this orange one in, you can then do things like change the border colour. Yeah, look, there you go. Make it green. I don't know how we get that photo. Surely that must be a layer for a photograph. Maybe I need to drag a photo over it or something. Let's try that. Let's go up to free photos. Let's just pick the first one that it gives us of a jellyfish, of course. Drag it in. Let's just see what happens. Nothing. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, you drag it over. Oh, that is cool. Look, the jelly. The jelly's there. Huh. That's cool. So these frames could be really quite powerful. So let's put in a window. Let's drag that over there, make it a bit bigger, and go back up and put in a photo, a free photo, I might add, of a monk. No, wrong dimensions. Let's pick a tall one. This person mysteriously there. Drag it over the frame. That's actually quite nifty. I don't know how they would do that. And then I wonder if you can still rotate it and things. It's locked the two parts together. I like it. Okay, okay, great. Illustrations. Is this vector art? Okay, so we've got loads and loads of pictures. Let's try something like, just see how deep and broad it is. Let's go for cat. Yeah, loads of illustrations of cats. Let's try, I don't know, horse. Seeing how the database looks. Yeah, pictures of horses. Let's go for, I see, vector. Let's try vectors of horses. Just a few. Let's try vectors of monkeys. No, vectors of monkeys. Never mind. And there's loads of icons as well. I think there's a whole host of icons and we probably want to search them. So let's do screen, like a monitor for your TV. Yeah, there you go. All the usual suspects that you might expect to see. Might be good for creating some infographic or something. Right, let's have a quick look at these buttons on the left. So this is the option that we had at the beginning where we can just swap it out completely. And it's asking me, do I want to replace it? Yes, frankly, I do. That was hideous. Great. Okay, let's go for this one. And it builds it up slowly out of all the component parts. Go for this one. So that's layouts. And it says you've got my designs here. Presumably I have to save things here. So it gives you a nice, helpful, handy start. And remember, this was just clicking this one. The dimensions of these other ones, let's click on that and see if we get some taller designs that are different from the designs that we're looking at here. Let's have a look while it loads. Yeah, right, straight away, look. So it's much taller. The piece of artwork is taller, and let's just click one. It looks a bit squashed, that does, doesn't it? Let's just click on that one. But it doesn't look squashed when it's presented there, which is nice. Let's go for Oreo cookies. Yes, replace. Yeah. Okay, great. You get the idea. Background. Okay, so we can change the background to be a color. Or presumably we put in a photo again. Let's just try a color. What happens if we click blue? Okay, it becomes blue. Let's pick a color with color picker, or we could pick something here. Let's pick that. Okay, or pick, it's Halloween. And presumably we can drag that around. Don't know how you do that if it's set as a background. We can add in text, add a heading, add a subheading. Well, let's add a heading. I'm going to put WP builds and make it blue. Fab. Utterly horrible. But you get the idea. Great. You can add subheadings and normal body text, and presumably you can upload your images, which I uploaded one of earlier, my picture and word logo, and a couple of just things here just to see. I literally, you just click upload your image. I don't know what the capacity is, whether you can store things forever or if there's a limit on the storage. You can increase the size by clicking the button down here, or make it go full screen, which I always hate. I don't know what this is going to do. Darker. Just changes the UI. Ooh, I like that, but I like that more. I'm going to go for lighter. Info. So there's a guide down here where you can look at presumably instructions on how it all works. And then I'm guessing when you've finished it, you're going to save it, which it looks like it's auto-saving. So if I move something, yeah, look, it briefly flashes up and then it'll sort of save itself. Look, so it's auto-saving. That's good. I could resize it, and then obviously I want to download this stuff. Can download it as a whole selection, transparent PNG, JPEG, PDF for print. Pick the quality. Don't know why you would ever not choose high. And you can save it to Dropbox if you like, or save it to your computer, and presumably it'll just open up in my case, a Mac dialog. And I'm allowed to download those because I have the AppSumo account and I don't have to pay any credits because it's free. Great. I think that's it, really. Obviously, nothing of any quality was created, but at least you got to see the depth and the breadth of what's in there. As always, if it looks good, buy it. If it doesn't look good, have another think. There we go. This video, I believe, is done. Alrighty, take care. Bye-bye.